All right, we're going to get some better insight into Duggan's decision to run as an independent. Dave Giulio, professor of political science at Oakland University, has had his finger on the pulse of Michigan politics for years. Dave, ever since he won a write-in campaign and first became mayor, I stopped doubting his ability to pull off anything. Let's start with why this might work out and why it might seem kind of brilliant, if it is.
Sure. I think that there's a chance that that might be the case because of the attitudes of the American public, and probably a lot of Michiganders too, in terms of their views of the political parties. Right now, we are at or near an all-time high of people who are disavowing the parties and are saying that they are independents. We also have majorities of Americans who have unfavorable views of both the Democratic and Republican parties. He even picked up on some of these themes in his video today. I think that really drives home that, hey, look, I'm going to try to be nonpartisan if I can, even though he's a well-known and longtime Democrat, right? He's going to try to step off the fray there.
Well, in fact, let's talk then. A purple state would seem to be a place where this would maybe be most possible, but talk now about why it might be a perilous decision.
Well, there are, well, look, the best way to put it is this is an uphill battle. Right? It always is for third-party candidates, for minor party candidates. They often lack the funding. I don't think he'll have that trouble. I think he'll be able to raise the money he needs. But they're usually lacking the infrastructure that can come along with a party-nominated candidate for volunteers, for get-out-the-vote efforts, those sorts of things. So he's going to have to build that himself, which might be one of the reasons why he's making this announcement now. It gives him a lot more time to raise more money and to build that campaign structure.
It's short-circuiting something that people like you and me were kind of relishing, which was looking at what looked to be a real battle of titans on the Democratic side for this nomination. Pete Buttigieg has been rumored, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, maybe even Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, but this allows him to skip what could be a Democratic bloodbath, right?
Absolutely, and he just sort of advances to pass. He passes go and collects $200, right, in the old Monopoly game. He's right up to the general election. Now, he can just focus on running a general election campaign without any worry of that potentially nasty primary that is going to save him money and maybe some political points as well.
Lastly, a question that I pointed out at 4 o'clock that I'm really eager to see how this plays out. Those mainline Democrats in Southeast Michigan who have been huge supporters of his, can they really pull the lever for an independent and skip the Democratic candidate who will be? What will they do? He's really created a conundrum for them.
He has, and this is the fascinating thing, right, about one of the many fascinating things about this is how does he navigate that? How does he build a winning coalition of votes that he's going to have to pull from both sides, right, to Democrats and Republicans, and bring them together to try to get to the number of votes he needs.
Votes and money.
Right, for sure.
Dave Giulio, it's always good to talk to you. Thanks very much
for having me.
For talking about it. You bet. Let's get back to, we're going to continue, obviously, our coverage here on this decision online. And then coming up at 6, we've got reaction coming in from Lansing. And over there on clickondetroit.com, we've got a deep dive into why the mayor is choosing to run as an independent. Kim.
Okay, Devin, thank you. Let's switch.